91.7. It's 9 o'clock. The news with Eris Stewart. Good morning, Eris.
Good morning, Sophie.
The headlines.
Mauritius and India strengthen ties in Varanasi with nearly 10 billion rupees in support pledged for health, education, infrastructure and lagoon protection. Crackdown in Port Louis sees police move into an abandoned school turned hideout for drug users. National drainage plan unveiled with 80 evacuation sites identified and hundreds of kilometers of drains and rivers to be cleared ahead of the rainy season. Electoral reform proposals spark debate as opposition calls for consensus while government ministers welcome open discussions. Targeted subsidies to continue as phase 2 of the Price Stabilization Fund focuses on everyday food products. In world news, FBI hunts suspect in Utah University shooting that killed conservative commentator Charlie Kirk. And in sports, Jeremy Lararadou's set to compete in the 110-meter hurdles at the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Nearly 10 billion rupees in financial support, major structural projects in health, education, infrastructure, and even the protection of our lagoons. Yesterday, in the spiritual city of Varanasi, a new chapter was written between Mauritius and India. Beyond the memorandums of understanding, the meeting between Dr. Navin Ramgoolam and Narendra Modi, above all, highlighted a shared vision, building the future together. Concrete commitments, a symbol of the age-old friendship between the two countries. Lovina Sophie tells us more.
A firm handshake and embrace between brothers. Through this exchange between two heads of government, the fraternal ties between two peoples are reflected. At the Taj Nadesar Palace on the mystical lands of Varanasi, Mauritius and India strengthened their collaboration. Dr. Navin Ramgoolam and Narendra Modi held a one-on-one meeting before bringing together their advisors and cabinet members for discussions on key sectors. This led to the signing of memorandums of understanding exchanged in the presence of the two prime ministers. These cover, among other areas, energy, research and training. India also renewed its support in several fields such as hydrography. The subcontinent will also provide financial assistance for a new Sir Sivasagar Ramgoolam National Hospital, a veterinary school and animal hospitals, as well as the acquisition of helicopters, amounting to nearly 10 billion rupees. India will also assist in the development of the second phase of the ring road and in the acquisition of port equipment. Strategy was also on the table. The two countries agreed on the restructuring of the port of Mauritius and on support for the development and monitoring of marine protected areas in the Chagos archipelago. All these projects were commented on by the two heads of government in their press statements, underlining that India is not merely providing financial or technical assistance, but contributing to a better quality of life for Mauritians.
Last night, several police units carried out a crackdown operation in an abandoned school that had become a hideout for drug users and sex workers. The operation took place in the presence of MP Farhad Omia. Residents of Ward 4 in Port Louis had voiced concerns about their safety as the abandoned site was attracting shady individuals. Syringes, aluminium foil used for synthetic drug consumption, and various objects suspected of being stolen were recovered. And with 1 month to go before the rainy season, authorities are moving into action. An unprecedented evacuation plan from the Land Drainage Authority covering the entire country was unveiled yesterday in Port Louis. The goal to anticipate flooding. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Center will take the lead in executing these evacuations, with 80 sites already identified in the most vulnerable areas, including Place d'Orme and a section of the highway. At the same time, 462 kilometers of drains are to be cleaned and 200 kilometers of rivers dredged. The public has also been urged not to throw waste into drains to prevent water from flowing. Also making headlines, proposals for electoral reform announced yesterday by the Deputy Prime Minister. The opposition leader did not hold back in criticizing them. According to Joe Lejonga, the former government had already presented a reform project that was rejected for lack of majority. He stressed that there must be first consensus among all political parties before any comment can be made on the proposals. Meanwhile, Minister Ashok Subron welcomed the decision to open debates on electoral reform. He recalled that this measure, along with other institutional reforms, forms part of the Alliance du Changement's program, adding that the faster progress is made, the better it will be for democracy. And in other news, targeted subsidies on essential products are set to continue during yesterday's meeting between the Ministry of Commerce and several stakeholders for Phase 2 of the Price Stabilization Fund. Various proposals were discussed for future price cuts. According to Jane Chellam, Secretary General of the Consumers Association of Mauritius, the focus was on food products regularly used by Mauritians. In Phase 1, 5 products had already been subsidized: powdered milk, cooking oil, cheese, infant formula, and baby diapers, for a total cost of 400 million rupees. And it's 9:06. You're listening to RM1, and we move now to international news. Abroad, the FBI has released new footage showing the suspect in the Utah University shooting fleeing the crime scene, climbing onto a roof and disappearing into the woods. He was wearing a black t-shirt with an American flag and black shoes, details described as distinctive by authorities. No suspect is in custody yet, but his identity has been established, and the FBI is offering a $100,000 reward for any information. A high-powered rifle was found near the scene, and DNA tests are underway to help track down the suspect, who could face the death penalty. The assailant shot and killed conservative commentator and founder of Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk, on Wednesday during a rally. And finally, in sports, our compatriot and national record holder in the 110-meter hurdles, Jeremy Lararaduz, will be competing at the World Athletics Championships, which start tomorrow and run until September 21. He will be in action on Monday. 4 years after the Tokyo Olympics, the Japanese capital is hosting these World Championships. A total of 49 events are on the program, 24 for men, 24 for women, and 1 mixed relay. Many reigning Olympic champions will be present at this 20th edition. These World Championships will also be broadcast on NBC Sports 11. That's all from me this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stay tuned now to the Intermediate playlist until 10 a.m.
Bienvenue, vous écoutez RM1, Nord-Sud 98.9, Centre 97.3, Est-Ouest 91.9.